Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you for coming to my channel. Now you're going to get a kick out of this video because I just did a video yesterday entitled "Where is my bike?" and this video is entitled "Where is my other bike?" Because what happened was 4 weeks ago I ordered 2 bikes for me and my wife who go out to the beach and ride around, or near the lakefront and ride around. So I was forced to purchase a third bike while I'm waiting for these 2 bikes to show up because of the car issue. I'm not going to get into that long story, but I needed it for that reason, dealing with my car. So I spent another additional $200 to get this bike today. So while I'm waiting for these other bikes to show up within 4 weeks. And normally when I order for Amazon, that's one of the reasons why I like ordering for Amazon. I order on Monday, I can probably get it Wednesday. So I'm like, why is it going to take almost a whole month to get these bikes? So I'm like, no big deal. So I told you about the other video I did, Where's My Bike? That was one of the 2 original bikes I ordered. Long story short with that, the carrier stole it. It was supposedly on the truck for delivery that day. Then the next thing I know, it's delayed and nobody knows where the box is at. Nobody knows where the 70-pound bike box is at. Because one thing I can say about the United States Postal Service, especially during the pandemic when it kicked in, things slowed down to almost a halt. And I had 2 guitars that were kind of missing. They found those guitars. It was because of, the pandemic, and it was sitting in the hub and it hadn't been scanned. And a lot of those packages sat in those trailers for weeks because of the backup and the pandemic, the onset of the pandemic. So that was understandable, but they did find my guitars. FedEx don't have an idea where this bike went. I'm like, the last guy had it. Talk to the last guy that had it. So how can it disappear? It was on the truck, out for delivery that day, and to this day, 10 days later, they still don't know where the bike at. So again, I ordered 2 bikes originally before I ordered the bike that the first bike I bought. So the bikes, because now I'm about to make this confusing. So I ordered 2 bikes. So I get an email today because my other bike's supposed to be delivered on well, let me just say this because I'm about to make this confusing. I ordered 3 bikes. So I bought the first bike because of the issue with the car. So the second bike, it was out for delivery by FedEx, and it just mysteriously disappeared. So that's 2 bikes accounted for. The third bike supposed to be here this week or early next week. And this is what I get from Amazon. Important notice, shipping of your order has not been confirmed. Huh? So what they're saying is the seller has not confirmed. Well, let me just read it verbatim. The description of the bike, it's a folding bike, 20-inch, 7-speed. Because shipment of this order has not yet been confirmed by the seller, your credit card has not been charged, which is a lie. They charged me the day that I purchased the bike. We are not able to provide you with shipping details. So what they're saying is the shipper cannot determine when they're going to send out the bike. Guess what? Because they don't have the bike. What they should have done was, if they were out of stock, it should have clearly stated that, like it does on a lot of these ads on Amazon. So you can't purchase it because it's out of stock. But they claim that they had it in stock, but yet they don't have it in stock now. They can't give a confirmation of shipment date because they don't have it. And I'm supposed to be getting this bike within 4 days. And if they've taken about a month sitting on my money and they shipped it, because I'm like, why is it going to take them so long to ship it? I'm like, I don't know. But, just as long as I get my bike. And like, here it is. Summer's almost gone now. Another 4 weeks, summer's going to be gone. So by the time I would get these, summer would be gone. But I like riding in the fall. But the point is, now they're telling Amazon, who's telling me, well, we don't know if they're going to win or if they're going to ship this. So we haven't charged your card. Yes, you have. You charged my card the first day. Because it's different when it's out of stock and I sign up for notifying me when it's in stock and ship it to me, then I'll pay you. But they took my money, and I'm gonna call them after this, and they claim again now they're not even sure if the seller is going to ship the bike. You know, so out of the 3 bikes, the first bike, or the bike that I got that I had to buy on the spot for my car, shouldn't even have to pay for buy that bike. Then the second bike, the carrier stole. Now the third bike, the shipper can't confirm when it's going to be shipped because they don't have it in stock. But yet again, they should have mentioned that on the Amazon site, out of stock at this particular time. You know, would you like to sign up for the back order? I would have done it. No, actually, I wouldn't have went on and bought another bike. But this is getting ridiculous. Like I said, I've been noticing just about every transaction I've done with a business or a person over the last 2 months, all of them are going south due to no fault of my own. You know, it's just ridiculous, you know? But until next time, take care and thanks for watching. Actually, I'm going to tack on this story to this video. Because I mentioned in the first video I did called Where's My Bike that I knew a little bit about shipping and handling because I spent 12 months working with UPS in the late 80s, early 90s. And really, I didn't need the money. The reason why I did it was to keep my weight down because I was, you know, a musician. You know, I'm like, you know, I can't get up on stage all fat and sloppy, you know. And I was also doing some acting. So, you know, you got to keep your weight down. And since I had gotten married at that point and I was no longer going out and clubbing, I'm like, I need another alternative to keep the weight down. So I did that for like 24 months. And actually, you know, it did a great job of keeping the weight down because when you work at UPS and all of those who work there know, you work. You don't go there standing around and not doing nothing and whatever. You work in those facilities. So I was in the first group that opened up the Hodgkin facility in Hodgkins, Illinois. And that facility is huge. I think it's one of the largest ones. And the parking lot is 2 football field lengths. You know, you need a shuttle bus to get to your car, you know, unless you start from this end and walking all the way down. But normally when you park your car, it's in proximity of the area where you're going to be working. So Hodgkins back then, and I'm not quite sure of the demographics now because it's been ages since I've been in that area. So decades. So when I was working there, it was predominantly white community. And the majority of the people that worked there didn't live in the community, and they was coming from Chicago and other cities. And most of them were people of color. So this used to happen every night. Just before we get off work, because there were shifts, you know, it's like the midnight shift, the 3 to 11 shift or whatever. So when our shift let out, every single day, the police was on the side of the facility, and they watched us as we got in our cars, and they followed us out to the city limits. And the reason being, I'm sure you know, especially being a black man, you know what that's about. They used to make sure that we got out of town. They didn't want us in their town. You come here, you work, you get up out of here. And they made sure that by following you out of the city limits. And a lot of workers used to complain the reason why they were late because they were being harassed by the police, you know. And it's so unfortunate because I've always tried to do this. And even when you do this, that's not guaranteed that you're going to not be harassed. And it was harassment. It's like, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not suspicious. I'm just trying to get to work and go home, you know. So I've always had the foresight, and again, I'm going to stress this. This doesn't mean that you're not going to be bothered or harassed. Make sure that you got all your stickers up to speed as far as, you know, not expired. Your tag, your license sticker, your license, you know. So in the event that they pull you over, if there's nothing wrong, they got to let you go. And again, you want to make sure that there's nothing on your car. And again, I stress this, even if everything is in line, that doesn't mean you're not 100% guaranteed that nobody's going to bother you. But you do want to at least try to do these things as far as, is my stick on the back of my license plate, on my license plate in the back of the car, is it up to date? Is it expired? Is my window sticker My license sticker on my windshield, is that visible and is in the right place? Is it expired? You want to make sure that all that stuff is up to par, because you don't want to give nobody no reason to bother you. And again, I keep stressing this, and I got to stress, that doesn't mean that you're 100% free and clear, not being bothered or harassed, you know? And you respect law enforcement, that they have to do their job. No criminals come with name tags, but you want to make sure that you don't fall in that category that they might feel a reason to bother you, you know? Especially being a person of color in their town, leaving out at 2:30 in the morning. You out there driving around in that town 2:30 in the morning. You know, so little things like that can head off a lot of unnecessary stuff, you know. And again, sorry for sound like a broken record. That doesn't 100% exclude you from being pulled over on a legitimate stop or illegitimate stop, you know. But just try to be careful out there. Be mindful of those things that are around you and the potential issues and dangers that they could bring. You know, I've always been that kind of person, because I'll mention this to you guys, and I've mentioned it before, and some people are like, man, Morris, man, I never even thought about that. When you're coming out to your car, and your car's right here, and you're coming out to your car, before you get in the street, if you see cars coming, as far as the time frame, as far as the time that it took you to, you know, get in the street, to get to your car and get ready to open that door, that a car's coming down the street and it's lining up behind your back almost perfectly, wait. I always wait. I'm walking up to my car and I see traffic, I kind of stop and I wait till that car go past and keep moving. And still I jet out in the street, and then I get to my car and here comes that car, and now my back is towards this car. I don't know what's going on. Little things like that can save your life, you know? Be mindful of everything around you. I'm not saying being a paranoid crazy dude, but just be mindful, you know? Because here's another story, and then I'm gonna shut this down. I was on the bus stop, this is many years ago when I first started working at Jewel Food Store. And I didn't have a car at the time, I don't think. Or maybe my car was in the shop. Maybe it was. So I took the bus. So I'm waiting on the bus stop, and this lady pulls up. And I immediately notice on top of her car is a purse. And I know how that purse got there, because I work at a grocery store, and I see women do this all the time. They're in a rush, get the key out, put the purse up there, get in the key, get in the car, drive off with the purse on top of the hood, you know? So I seen the purse up there, and I'm trying to get her attention, man. And she glanced at me, and I guess she thought I was trying to hit on her or bother her. And as I'm trying to get her attention, there's this guy running down the street, coming in that direction. And I'm still trying to get her attention, man. You know, trying to point on the top, you know, on the hood, that's your purse. She just kind of ignored me. I'm like, okay. So just before the light turned green, the guy had got up to us. And he ran right past me, snatched that purse off the top of that car that hadn't moved yet, because she's still waiting on the light. And then he took off through the alley. And I'm sure by the time she got home, she pieced it together. The dude on the bus stop wasn't the villain. He was actually the hero, trying to get my attention, to show me that my purse is up on the car, on the hood, while this other guy who's seen that down the street running to come get the purse, and eventually he got the purse. You know, so just pay attention. You know, just be mindful of your surroundings. You know, it's not a big deal for you to stop and let people get past you. If they think you're scared, that's not your problem. And it's like, I'm not afraid, I'm just being cautious. I need to be cautious. And if I need to stop because I feel uncomfortable that somebody gaining up on me, to let them pass, so let it be, you know? But until next time, take care and thanks for watching.